What's up, Gemini? Welcome to your November 2018 general read. This is going to be perfect for you if you are a Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Now, this month, it's the start, well, technically last month is, I'm doing love and general readings. So please be sure to check out your love reading. This one is just general. Although I will say, after doing the cards, my general readings are never meant to be focused on love, but it seems like I read for love, okay? So this is kind of no different. I do feel like this has a lot to do with love for you guys this month, but also this could be some work things too. Anyways, we'll talk about it in a general sense. So please be sure to check out your love reading. Also, if this doesn't resonate with you, please be sure to check out your moon, your rising, your Venus, whatever other signs, because sometimes our sun just doesn't connect with us that month. Interesting, Gemini. For you guys this month, oh, another thing. I added a card. So I got a gift for my birthday from a very good friend of mine, and I got this animal spirit deck. And for you guys this month, I pulled the hyena. Okay? So what I will say about you guys and for you this month after pulling the cards and kind of meditating on your energy is, first of all, hyenas are very social creatures, right? We know this. Gemini is also very social creatures. Hyenas are known for their sarcasm, their wit, like their humor, whatever, right? I mean, I'm sure we all think about the Lion King and those damn hyenas, the dumb one, Ed, and the other ones, I can't remember all their names, but they're known for that, with that weird ass cackle, right? The hyenas are known for their sarcasm and wit. Now, this is the thing about hyenas in terms of spirit animal and in terms of what I've pulled for your cards today. Now, I will say before I even get into the normal cards, it does seem like there's disappointment going on with a lot of you guys. I feel like some of you guys may be up at night, right? Really bothered by something. I feel like maybe a secret has come out. Maybe it's something that's left you a little bit heartbroken. There could be all type of chaos around you concerning people or competition, some type of something. Now, how this ties into the hyena card, sometimes we as people, and I know Geminis can do it well because Geminis get tired of people saying that they're fucking crazy, right? Like, I know so many Geminis who are always like trying to temper their emotions for everybody else because Geminis are tired of hearing that they're two-faced and that they're crazy and that they're this and they're that. Now, I understand you guys fully. I'm an air sign and my moon is Gemini. So, listen, I totally understand you guys. And like Libras, Geminis are one of the only other signs that like truly understands that everything has duality, right? With that being said, with what I see, with what I feel like you guys are going through, it's very important that if you guys are going through something right now at this time, that you are honoring those feelings and not just trying to be the funny person in the room that makes everything light. Because the hyena indicates that there's a reliance on your humor and your wit somehow in order to ignore or get over traumas, right? So it's like almost like if there's like a boo-boo right here on my arm, I'm just not going to ever touch it. I'm not ever going to acknowledge it. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to look at it. That doesn't mean that it's just going to disappear like that, right? It's kind of that energy. So I feel like at this time, with you Geminis who are going through a hard time, it's important that you are not always concerned with being that person who just like makes everything light and fun. And I don't want you sitting there depressed and like going crazy either, but let other people be there for you, right? And don't care about what they say about, y'all are crazy and whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. I just feel like this month, there might be some of you guys who are trying so hard to put on this brave face and inside you're crackling, right? And so you might need a little bit of extra support from the friends and the family around you, and that's totally fine. So yes, hyenas are very social. Yes, they're very fun. Yes, they love a crowd. Yes, they've got good leadership skills. Yes. But it's almost like make sure that you're not masking your pain in order to make other people comfortable while you're sitting there suffering in silence. Okay? So that's just a reminder for you guys. Now, bottom of the deck energy, this is a time of healing. I do love to see this because with whatever's going on here, it seems like you guys need this. This is a time of healing. This is a time of balance. This is a time where you guys can really go in and get really real with yourself, get really down to the nitty gritty, right down to the naked truth. It's a time where you guys are really trying to find balance, right? Trying to be emotionally balanced, trying to feel secure in something. I do also feel like you guys are being very much noticed. So while you're going through whatever this complicated scenario is, it's like, don't worry because people are still, like, you're still noticed. You're still being seen. I feel like there are people who still want to work with you, deal with you, talk to you for other things, right? So I think this is, it's really big this month to be open-minded because you do have opportunity for new stable things to come your way. Now, outside of that Star card, you guys got the Chariot, the Fool, and the Hierophant. I love that. I think you guys, actually, I think this is a really good month. This is a really good month for you guys to go inside internally. There's not going to be a whole lot of action moving forward, like a whole lot for you guys to do. It's going to be about going below the surface, about getting deep, right? And it may be a little bit uncomfortable for you guys. You know, like I said, you may kind of take on some of that hyena energy where you're like, oh, like, yeah, it's cool. Just like laughing everything off and kind of just making everything light. But it's okay if it's not, okay? So you guys start out with the Ace of Pentacles crossed by the Three of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, first of all, we love that, right? That is the universe gifting you with great opportunities. Opportunities that are long-lasting, opportunities that are stable, secure, going to bring you long-term abundance. It's like the start of building your legacy, right? So some of you guys may be experiencing some money coming in, which is really great for those of you guys who have maybe struggled with finances lately. Now, the fact that it's crossed by the Three of Swords, I just want to remind you, I feel like this is the same way with everybody. If I'm emotionally wrapped up in something or someone, it literally fucks with my money. You know, to the point where I don't care about making any. I'm stuck. I'm just stuck, right? It messes up my creative flow. It totally messes up my abundance. If there's something that disappointed you in the past, some type of heartbreak or lies or betrayal that have come, you know, that have disappointed you in the past, I think it's very important not to say just like get over it, but it's to be mindful of how deep these wounds cut and how this pain affects us, because this could be something that potentially affects your opportunities. Why I say that is if we're too caught up in our own sadness, sometimes we don't have the eyes to see like the abundance and the opportunities around us. So I think that's going to be very important. It's like turn your L's, turn your losses into lessons, because you guys are going to get a lot from it. And almost maybe this, you know, you could have been disappointed from something that happened in the past concerning money. There could have been some type of betrayal there, like someone, like let's say you had a business partner and maybe they were like pocketing hella money and you didn't know about it, or maybe, you know, there was certain paperwork that you had to get turned in to a certain time, like a deadline, and then now that you didn't, this stifles this, that. There's some kind of effect like that. But for some of you, it maybe you may have been, you know, just getting over a heartbreak or a breakup with someone, and that's okay, because I feel like if you allow it, the universe wants to give you other things to focus on, that number one being your abundance, right? This is something that I feel for many of you has probably kept you up. I hate the Nine of Swords card. Honestly, guys, Nine of Swords for me is more miserable than Ten of Swords. Because Ten of Swords is like, okay, it's the end. It's done. I'm dead. I'm over it. Like, I'm laying here. It's fine. It's like 10, I feel like with the swords is you get to the 10 of Swords and the pain is so great that it's numb at that point. But for me, with the Nine of Swords, this is the pain is white hot. like white hot. And I say that too because it's affecting sleep. Like when I can't sleep, oh, it's a problem. You know, some of you guys might be staying up at night, really stressed over things. I would encourage you. I don't know why it's telling me, but some of you guys might be like do really well with like an Epsom salt bath or something, some type of ritual or thing that cleanses you. I'm feeling like that might help you in terms of gaining clarity, but also just help you guys to relax again. I feel like almost a lot of you guys might be having like restless leg syndrome at night, having a hard time relaxing just because you're so anxious of all the things going on. But yeah, Nine of Swords is really a miserable place to be in. But it's the thing is, it's the beginning of an end, right? Because nines always also talk about endings, but for me, they're like the beginning of the end. So if you're in this place, I really recommend like more meditating, more praying, again, doing different types of cleanses, like, you know, Epsom salt baths with essential oils, or get your little bombs, whatever gets you in a place of serenity to where you can just like, again, I feel like that'll be really good for you guys this month. Because again, you guys have really good opportunities, and I would hate for you to miss them still being stuck on something in the past that didn't work out. It just seems like there was too much chaos, too much competition. But really, I feel like at this point, this Five of Wands is you like playing mental mind games with yourself. This Nine of Swords and a Five of Wands, I feel like this is a lot of internal conflict that you're having with yourself right now based off of things that didn't go right in the past. And the things that didn't go right in the past could be like dealing with like a Pisces person, if there's one in your life, or Cancer or Scorpio, right? It's the moon. So I heavily think of Cancer whenever I see this card because they're ruled by the moon. But at the end of the day, it feels like there was something that was not presented to you the way it should have been. And now you're coming to it, like now you found out about it, and like it's got you all messed up in the head, right? Secrets could have been exposed. You guys might have had a really big awakening this last full moon in Taurus. I feel like that was a big one for a lot of people I've been talking to. That just happened a couple days ago. But I'm telling you what, it was the big one for me. In terms of, well, I'm really sensitive to full moons. You guys might find that you're sensitive to full moons too. I'm extremely sensitive to full moons. New moons, I'm good. Full moons, whoo, shit. But it feels like there was some type of healing, or I'm sorry, some type of something that came out in the past. Again, this could be with a business deal gone wrong. This could be someone who you felt like was manipulating you, or like maybe someone was tricking you. You were investing more into the situation, whether it be time, money, effort, whatever. But it just seems like it was very chaotic. I do feel like there was chaos around you concerning this situation, but the most of it at this point now, it feels like it's very much internal. Whatever happened, I feel like this is more like a past situation, and we're here in the star trying to get over it. So if you're still feeling pain from something, I feel like it's like from the tapes replaying in your head type thing, okay? Now, in the near future, you've got the Two of Swords. This indicates, yes, needing to make a decision, but it also indicates, it shows us where we're blocked, right? This person is blinded. She can't see. Her third chakra, or her third eye chakra, is all messed up, right? Her heart is guarded. It's crossed, right? So it's like this person is blocked, and that is also what's hindering them from making whatever decision needs to be made. It talks about not seeing something clearly when we want to see something clearly in order to move on. Now, in your hopes and fears, you have the Knight of Cups. For some of you, I feel like if there was a love situation that went wrong, I feel like some of you guys are hoping that this person comes back and probably offers you offers you an apology, or wants to make up with you, or like finally offers you their love in a real way. But at the same time, if they came back, and depending on each situation is going to be different, I don't know if you would want to take it. And I think that's what that Two of Swords comes in too. It's like you really don't know. I feel like there was something that you felt really connected to, whether it be job or a person, and you really wanted it, but at the same time, like you're able to sit back and think, and you're like, I don't know though, honestly, if I had it the way I thought I wanted it, if I would still want it. and if I would still want it in that way. Because it just seems like there was a lot of mess around the situation. So it's like, yes, where I would love to have you, or yes, I would love to have this position. Yes, I would love to do this. The shit around it is like messy. So I don't know, right? I don't know. But it does feel like you guys do want some sort of, it's like a hope and fear. It's like, you're hoping someone comes and offers up that apology. You're hoping someone comes and says, hey, you know what, my bad. Let's try to rework this deal different. Hey, my bad, whatever. But I feel like, there's like a sense of knowing that like you just kind of need to move on from this situation, right? In your external influences, your environment, you got the Fool card. Love it. This is risk taking. Again, I do feel like you've got opportunities in front of you. With this Ace of Pentacles sitting here and this being in your environment, I do feel like you are surrounded by good things. So if you guys can just get out of your head for a minute, I feel like you've got good things coming up to you. And look at how this yellow and orangey matches the yellow orangey of the Ace of Pentacles. Very much something that you will be able to awaken your creativity. It'll be something that makes you feel good, makes you feel light. I feel like it'll bring you abundance in all forms. I think you've got opportunities in front of you. There may be like an Aries person who's trying to reach out their hand and help you out with some things. But I do feel like in front of you, you do have good opportunity. Now, there may be a little bit of you, like some of you who may be feeling gun shy about it, right? Because this Fool is sitting right next to the Two of Swords. So make sure that you're not like, what's the word? Damn, I don't know the word. I don't know. It'll come to me when it's important. Be open though. Be open. Because with this Two of Swords sitting next to the Fool, it scares me that there might be opportunities coming your way, but you're still so blinded and still so hurt by the past things that you're not open enough to them. Be open to them. Because the thing is, you're looking for community, you're looking for connection. Again, if it is a love situation, I do feel like you do want this commitment. If there was somebody who did you wrong in the past, maybe some secrets came out, I do feel like you want them to come back and you are hoping that they come back wanting a commitment. Because the Hierophant talks about tradition, it talks about, what we're committed to, whether it's, a person like marriage, whether it's a spiritual, a certain religion, a spirituality, whatever. It's also the teacher. Yeah. Through this, you guys are learning a lot about yourself. Through this, you are gaining a lot of healing. It just sucks. It's one of those things. And Gemini is so intelligent that you guys and Virgos are the brainiacs of the damn zodiac. And I feel like your mind is probably just constantly like stirring with all these ideas. But through this mess, you are still, I feel like you guys are getting connected with yourself more. And you guys are finding healing, even in the bad days. Accept the bad days as they are, because I feel like at the end of the day, when you look back, you'll be able to appreciate them more. There's something in those bad days that like you'll really be able to sit back and find appreciation for them. At the end of the day, though, you guys are moving on successfully. You guys are finding balance. You guys are just moving forward. You got the Chariot card as a potential outcome. I love that. So that's Cancer energy. But it's definitely all about charging forward. It's about that duality, right? With the white and black Sphinx. It's about the yin and the yang. It's about, and the Chariot charges forward fast. It's not like he's moving slow here. But there is that balance that he needs in order to do it. Because if one of his Sphinxes breaks down, then he can't move anymore, right? So it's very, again, going back to Geminis and you guys being so good about understanding duality, it's really you're gonna be challenged this month to balance these totally opposing feelings and these thoughts that you're having with yourself, right? But I feel like you guys will move forward successfully, and I feel like everything at the end of the day is okay. You guys are getting healing through this situation. Be optimistic. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. You've got the Fool. You've got the Chariot. You've got great things coming into your space if you can let go of the things that disappointed you in the past, okay? And then I pulled an oracle card, which makes it even more happy. And then look, you guys got obstacles and blocks are lifted. So if you've been having a hard time, girl, it's lifted. It's all done. You just have to believe, okay? So it says, all your good personal work and positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles. Wait, all your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. Okay. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your project. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. You are forward moving. Forward moving. The problems of yesterday don't matter. Not in the grand scheme of things, okay? You guys have so much to look forward to. You guys have so many opportunities to look forward to. Like, do not let things scare you from moving on, Jim. Because honestly, this is cute at the end of the day. You just got to deal with, whatever old feelings. And that's fine. You guys can do it. You guys are strong. So, thank you for tuning in. Check out your love reading that I'm about to do now. I will have the link in the description below. I appreciate you guys. If you would like a personal reading, I'm always available to you. Please email me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com. And you can actually see my menu and list of my services and all that in my About tab of my, what's this called? YouTube. God, help me. All right, guys. Love you. I will see you in the next video. Bye, Jim.